Imagine creating some of the most beautiful music in history, while secretly believing that your own life could collapse at any time. The composer behind Swan Lake, The Nutcracker, filled concert halls with joy, but behind the applause, Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky lived a life haunted by fear, loneliness, and one mystery that historians still debate today. This is the darkest story behind Tchaikovsky. By the 1880s, Tchaikovsky was already one of Europe's most celebrated composers. But fame didn't bring him peace. He constantly worried about how society saw him. At a time when Russia was deeply conservative, many historians believe Tchaikovsky had to hide a fundamental part of who he was. His private letters and diaries suggest he lived with the fear that public exposure could destroy both his career and his reputation. To appear normal, he made a decision that changed his life forever. He married one of his former students, and it was a disaster. The marriage lasted only a few weeks before he fled. Emotional stress became so overwhelming that he suffered a severe mental breakdown. But the darkest chapter came years later. 1893, Tchaikovsky premiered what would become his final symphony, Symphony No. 6, the Pathetique. Unlike most symphonies, it doesn't end with a triumph finale. Instead, the music slowly fades into darkness. It is as if life itself is quietly slipping away. Just 9 days after the premiere, Tchaikovsky died. Officially, the cause was cholera, reportedly contracted from drinking contaminated water. But almost immediately, rumors began to spread. Some historians have suggested that he may have taken his own life under intense personal and social pressure. Others argue that there is not enough evidence and continue to accept cholera as the most likely cause. To this day, no single explanation has been proven. Whether his death was tragic illness or something even darker, one thing is certain. When people listen to the final movement of the Pathetique, many hear something extraordinary. Not just sadness, but acceptance. The music doesn't fight. It doesn't resist. It slowly lets go. Knowing what happened only days later makes the ending feel almost impossible to ignore. Was it coincidence? Or was Tchaikovsky saying goodbye through music? No one truly knows. Perhaps that's why Tchaikovsky's music still moves millions of people today. Because behind every beautiful melody, there was a man carrying a burden few could see. And maybe the darkest stories don't always end with silence. Sometimes they become immortal through music.